Downtown Vista's rapidly growing restaurant and beer scene recently added another big name to its list when the Belching Beaver Brewery officially launched its new tavern and grill on East Broadway. The brewery and taproom has an industrial feel and produces a rotating selection of beers and great eats for the locals to enjoy. I'm Jen Morris for The American Dream. We're taking you inside of the Belching Beaver Tavern and Grill in Vista, California to catch up with real estate specialist Kimberly and the general manager of this fantastic new hotspot. Hey guys, we're here in Vista at the Belching Beaver Tavern and Grill, and I'm joined by the general manager, Ralph Lizarraga, and Kimberly Fell, real estate specialist out of this North County marketplace. Thanks for having us here.
Thanks for joining us here.
So the Belching Beaver Tavern and Grill, I can't even start the segment without asking you where the name came from.
It was where a lot of good ideas come from. It's kind of random, and got in a room together with some beer, and didn't come out until they had a name, and it kind of encapsulated what our company came to be known for, which is a little bit irreverent but fun, and not taking ourselves too seriously.
And what happened in that room is the stuff of legend, isn't it?
That is.
What goes on in that room stays in that room.
Indeed.
Kimberly, tell me when you first discovered Belching Beaver Tavern and Grill and when you first came here.
Well, I had a friend actually come visit me from Arizona, and he was staying with friends in Coronado, and all he wanted to do was do a tour of the microbreweries up here in Vista. It appears the Vista people either really like their beer, or there are good opportunities up here as far as living and opening businesses in the various business parks. So whatever it is, they're all in Vista. So we took a tour, and that was pretty much when I first discovered them and then decided to continue to frequent them.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? It's phenomenal, your space. Let's talk about how you guys came to choose this location and what it was before you built here.
So we started in Vista over off of Sycamore at our tasting room, and we love Vista, and this was a building that was kind of a pillar of the downtown Vista Village community, and the ownership really liked the space and thought that, you know, with the right amount of attention, it would come out really well. And it took us a little bit of time, but we finally got it done and turned this old bank into a new tavern and grill and backyard patio, and we haven't looked back since. So we're pretty excited to be down here right in the heart of it.
This is the first tavern and grill for Belching Beaver. You do have other tasting rooms?
Yes, so we started as a tasting room and brewery in Vista, and then pretty soon after that we opened another tasting room location in North Park. Then we opened just recently another brewing facility and tasting room in Oceanside. And then right after that, we opened another tasting room in Ocean Beach. So we now have 5 locations where you can get our beer. And we have this one that is a tasting room and tavern and grill. So you can get guest beers, wine, cocktails, and a full kitchen.
So clearly the growth here has been substantial.
Yes, we have been really, really excited and happy about how things have been going. Downtown Vista has been great, and it's just been one of those things that when you find a great opportunity, you kind of seize the day and go for it. And we haven't looked back on how much people have been really embracing this new downtown Vista Village kind of area.
Well, let's talk about that, Kimberly, the revitalization of Vista. You are a specialist in North County, but also really in Vista. You're incredibly successful here. Let's talk about how Vista has been changing.
When I first moved to Vista in the mid-90s, I don't think there was anything downtown here. And since then, I think Vista Village Pub was probably first. Mm-hmm. And now there are tons of choices from the Yellow Deli. There's a Mother Earth tasting room, Wavelength Brewery. It's just a whole new scene down here. And I'm really actually proud of these guys, especially for taking and upcycling a building that sat here empty for many, many years, and just, you know, keeping the culture of it from, you know, the vault that's still here, the bank vault, and if you're out on the patio, you can still tell where the drive-through was for the bank. It's just cool to reutilize it and revitalize this downtown.
Vista is no longer just a residential community. It can also be a destination for people to go out and go be social. And
that's exactly what we were hoping to be a part of, and really having an area that's not all the way in Oceanside and the coast, or all the way over to Escondido, but something in that middle area here on the 78 that people can get to. And there is so much of a residential area, but now there's a draw to stay in this area.
Kimberly, you mentioned the vault. We got a tour from Ralph earlier. Let's talk about the vault, because it's not just beer that's served here.
No, and that was one of the big things that we wanted to do, was give a draw for a lot of different people. So yes, a lot of people love beer, and we want to have people be beer fans, but sometimes you want a glass of wine or a cocktail, and the wine vault seemed like a perfect thing to do in that space that was the actual bank vault. We took a safe deposit box and turned it into a large table in the middle, so you can do tastings in there, and we store over 60 different types of wine in there, individual bottles. So it's a really fun space, and hopefully as people hear more about us, they realize that this is a great world-class wine selection, as well as having over 50 different types of guest beers, plus our 17 to 20 Belching Beaver beers on tap all the time.
And you have beer, you have wine. I know you just got your liquor license, but you also have a great menu selection, and so much of your food is locally sourced.
It is. Our chef and his team have been adamant that we do local, healthy, great tasting food that you're not going to get everywhere else. The chef works with 4 to 5 different farms. We have farmers literally walking their vegetables into our building multiple times a week, and specials that kind of rotate around what's available for us locally. So it's been really, really great to have a chef and culinary team that really pride themselves on doing that kind of stuff.
It's great for Vista, but it's great for San Diego and all the farmers here. All right, we have 4 beers in front of us. Yes. Are these some of the most popular ones here?
Yeah, these are probably our best-selling Belching Beaver beers. So we started off with our Miso Honey, which is a honey wheat ale, and it's probably one of our most popular light beers. And then we went into the Hop Highway, which is kind of what the 78 has been known for as a corridor for breweries. So that's why we kind of made an homage to that with our classic IPA. And then we have our Great Lay IPA, kind of going with our theme of just a little bit irreverent, but it's a coconut and pineapple IPA, so really awesome tropical flavors. And then last but not least, our peanut butter milk stout, probably our flagship beer. It's what really kind of put us on the map, really unique and different and awesome, and what really kind of set us up for a lot of growth. So these ones they're all going to be here for a while, and we love them all, and there's a lot more coming out, but these ones kind of are the pillars that kind of hold us up.
Kimberly, let's talk a little bit about the market. We're here in Vista. How are your transactions going for this year? We're almost at the end.
It's been a great year. It is a little bit slightly slower right now. I think just the summer vacations, the getting back to school, but I expect it to pick back up here through the end of the year for people who need to sell for tax benefits and such. All of my transactions in Vista are pending, and all I have that's active on the market right now are 2 listings. One of them is a 3,900 square foot home in San Marcos in a community called Veradero. It's a small community of 105 homes. You enter into a huge spiral staircase, formal entry. There is a master suite upstairs and downstairs. It's a great house. You should check it out. It's 1727 Azul Vista in San Marcos. I also have a condo right across the street from Dove Library in the La Costa collection, and it is over 1,800 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. So again, each bedroom has their own bathroom. It is also in the best school districts. It's the best of both worlds because you can be in a central La Costa location, but you don't have anything to take care of, no yard. There's a lovely pool there included in your HOA, and the building is solar. So it's very energy efficient. That one is at 1878 Alkali.
And you're right by the new Sinopolis there, which is fabulous.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having us here, first of all, Ralph.
Thank you for making the trip.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much.
Thanks.